Taiwan stands on the brink of historical tension and potential conflict. With the echoes of the Chinese Civil War shaping today's standoff, how did Taiwan become a focal point of international dispute? Why does the People's Republic of China view the self-governing island as a breakaway province, threatening military action for reunification? And what role does the United States play with its policy of strategic ambiguity? Let's find out. Taiwan, a self-governing island in East Asia, has become a focal point of geopolitical tension. This tension stems from the Chinese Civil War, which ended in 1949. The defeated nationalist government of the Republic of China retreated to Taiwan, while the victorious Communist Party of China established the People's Republic of China on the mainland. Since then, the PRC has claimed Taiwan as its territory and has threatened to use military force to reunify the island with the mainland. The situation between Taiwan and the PRC is complex and fraught with historical, political, and military implications. The United States has long maintained a policy of strategic ambiguity toward Taiwan, meaning that it does not explicitly commit to defending the island militarily, but also warns the PRC against using force. The Taiwan issue has become a major source of tension between the United States and China. The United States has repeatedly stated its commitment to Taiwan's security, while China has warned against any interference in its internal affairs. The situation between Taiwan and the PRC is a potential flashpoint for conflict, and it is essential for all parties involved to exercise restraint and work towards a peaceful resolution. This long-standing assertion has led to a complex relationship characterized by economic ties, political standoff, and intermittent military threats. In recent years, as China has grown more powerful both economically and militarily, the prospect of a forceful reunification has emerged as a tangible threat, prompting serious discussions on the global stage about the potential of a Chinese invasion of Taiwan. The geopolitical narrative between China and Taiwan is deeply rooted in the aftermath of the Chinese Civil War, with the split creating two separate governments: the People's Republic of China on the mainland and the Republic of China in Taiwan. This decision sowed the seeds of a complex relationship marked by periods of hostility, softened diplomacy, and an unwavering claim by the PRC over Taiwan. The One China policy, a principle that insists there is only one sovereign state under the name China, has been a cornerstone of the PRC's foreign policy. It has forced countries around the world to navigate their diplomatic relations with Taiwan carefully, often resulting in Taiwan's international isolation. Taiwan has not remained passive in this geopolitical chess game. It has developed a vibrant democracy and economy, making it a significant player in global technology, manufacturing, and trade. For many international organizations, Taiwan maintains unofficial relations with most nations, including a particularly complex and critical relationship with the United States, which, while not officially recognizing Taiwan as a separate state, is bound by laws such as the Taiwan Relations Act to provide the island with means to defend itself. This geopolitical background sets the stage for the current tensions, where China's rising assertiveness under its leader, Xi Jinping, has led to increased military activities around Taiwan. These actions are interpreted as signals of China's willingness to use force, if necessary, to achieve reunification, raising alarms among international observers, and pushing Taiwan to seek stronger security guarantees from its informal allies. Military capabilities and strategies. When examining the military capabilities of China and Taiwan, the asymmetry is stark. The People's Liberation Army of China is one of the largest and most technologically advanced military forces in the world. In recent years, the PLA, that is the People's Liberation Army, has focused on modernizing its Navy, Air Force, and missile capabilities, making significant strides that pose a credible threat to Taiwan and any potential allies that might come to its aid. Specifically, China has developed a range of ballistic missiles designed to target Taiwan's military infrastructure and has the capability to enforce an air and sea blockade, potentially isolating Taiwan from international support. Well, Taiwan's defense strategy has been to deter a Chinese invasion through asymmetric warfare tactics, focusing on mobile, resilient forces capable of surviving initial assaults and making any attempted invasion costly for the PLA. Taiwan has also been upgrading its military, investing in advanced fighter aircraft, anti-ship missiles, and cyber defense systems. Furthermore, Taiwan conducts regular military drills and has compulsory military service, ensuring a baseline level of readiness among its population. An essential aspect of Taiwan's defense strategy is the possibility of foreign assistance, especially from the United States. The U.S. adheres to a strategic ambiguity policy, neither confirming nor denying its commitment to defend Taiwan in the event of an invasion. However, the U.S. stands as Taiwan's primary supplier of military equipment, a relationship that significantly strengthens Taiwan's defense capabilities. This military dynamic becomes more complex with the potential involvement of regional players like Japan and Australia, further complicated by the underlying tension between China and the US in the Indo-Pacific region. An invasion of Taiwan would have profound economic implications not only for China and Taiwan, but also for the global economy. Taiwan is a critical hub in the global technology supply chain, particularly in semiconductors, where it holds a dominant position in the production of advanced chips. An invasion could disrupt this supply chain, leading to significant shortages and economic fallout worldwide. For China, the economic risks of invading Taiwan are substantial. Such an action would likely result in severe sanctions from the international community, similar to or exceeding those imposed on Russia following its invasion of Ukraine. These could target key sectors of China's economy, including technology, finance, and trade, potentially isolating China from global markets and undermining its economic growth. The Strait of Taiwan is one of the world's busiest shipping lanes, facilitating a significant portion of global trade. A military conflict in this region could disrupt maritime traffic, leading to substantial increases in shipping costs and delays in global supply chains. The economic stakes are high for all parties involved, making the cost of military conflict potentially prohibitive. The international community's reaction to a potential Chinese invasion of Taiwan would be swift, likely, and severely critical of China. Key global players, including the United States, the European Union, and various Asian countries, have significant strategic, economic, and political interests in maintaining stability in the Taiwan Strait. The United States, as Taiwan's most potent unofficial ally, would face significant pressure to support Taiwan militarily, in line with commitments under the Taiwan Relations Act. The nature of this support could range from logistical and intelligence assistance to direct military engagement, depending on the circumstances of the conflict. The U.S. response would significantly influence the reactions of other countries and international organizations. The European Union, while traditionally more cautious in its approach to China due to economic ties, has shown increasing concern over China's assertiveness in the region. An invasion of Taiwan would likely push the European Union towards stronger support for Taiwan, potentially including sanctions against China and military support in coordination with the United States and NATO. Neighboring Asian countries, particularly Japan, South Korea, Australia, and the members of the Association of Southeast Asian Countries, would also play critical roles. Japan, in particular, has strategic interests in ensuring stability in the region and could provide logistical support or even engage militarily in coordination with its U.S. alliance. ASEAN countries, despite varying degrees of economic dependence on China, would be concerned about the precedent a successful invasion would set for regional sovereignty and integrity. The most likely scenario for invasion. Considering the geopolitical, military, and economic factors, the most likely scenario for a Chinese invasion of Taiwan would not unfold as a sudden, full-scale military assault. Instead, it could start with a series of escalating military provocations designed to test Taiwan's defenses and international resolve, including cyber attacks, airspace violations, and naval blockades. These actions would aim to isolate Taiwan, weaken its economy, and erode international confidence in Taiwan's ability to withstand a siege. Simultaneously, China would likely ramp up its psychological warfare efforts, spreading propaganda to demoralize Taiwan's population and its diaspora, while attempting to sway international opinion by framing the invasion as a necessary step towards regional stability and the reunification of China. The actual military invasion could follow a phased approach, beginning with precision strikes against Taiwan's military infrastructure, using missiles and cyber attacks to cripple Taiwan's command and control capabilities. Following this, China might attempt a naval blockade to cut off Taiwan from international support while launching amphibious assaults on key coastal locations to establish beachheads. Throughout the scenario, the reaction of the international community, particularly the United States and its allies, would be critical. Rapid military support for Taiwan, including air and naval forces, could deter further Chinese aggression or lead to a protracted conflict with significant global implications. The prospect of a Chinese invasion of Taiwan represents one of the most significant flashpoints in international relations today. Such an event would not only have devastating consequences for Taiwan and China, but also profoundly impact the global economy, international trade, and the geopolitical situations. While the military, economic, and diplomatic dynamics at play make a full-scale invasion costly and complex for China, the strategic importance of Taiwan and the broader regional power contest with the United States continue to fuel tensions. Diplomatic efforts to prevent conflict and maintain the status quo remain critical. The international community must navigate a delicate balance between deterring aggressive actions by China and engaging in constructive dialogue that addresses the core issues at the heart of the Taiwan Strait tensions. And that's a wrap up for this video. Hit that subscribe button for more videos like this.